What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday night. Break number is 834 BD. This is the case of Leaf Vivid Football. It's a 12-box break of hobby. Break number 834 BD. Good luck. Alright, there's 6. And there's the other 6, 12. 12 boxes. Good luck, everybody. We're getting 9 cards per box. We're getting 2 base cards, 7 autos. Alright, box 1. That is Austin Simmons. Austin Simmons. Base. That is a 1 of 1 Austin Simmons on the base. And that is Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel. Jamar, Tyreek, and Yao Ming. Got it. That's a 101 Dillon Gabriel. What's up, Seth? How are you, bud? First auto, Mason Holtzclaw. Mason Holtzclaw. That is 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. Darian Williams. Darian Williams. That is 7 out of 7. That is Inglorious Technicolor. That is Calvin Russell. Calvin Russell. 1 out of 8. Jabari Mack on the Bursting with Talent. Bursting with Talent. Jabari Mack, 2 out of 2. Malachi Ziegler. That's a nice Malachi Ziegler. 7 out of 8. Bursting with Talent, that's Elijah Haven. Elijah Haven. 1 out of 8. And how about Thermodynamic Hall of Famer Dan Marino? Oh man, that sucks, Seth. Dan Marino, Hall of Famer on the Thermodynamic. Nice hit for the Dan Marino spot. Box number 2. Rob, not yet. I didn't see any Will Howard yet, bud. That was the first box, so we got 11 more boxes to go, my friend. 11 more boxes to go. All right, Seth, here you go, buddy. Inglorious Technicolor. That is Tyreek the Freak Hill. Tyreek Hill, 1 of 1. And Quentin Gibson. Quentin Gibson, 1 of 1. I believe all the base in this are all 1 of 1s, if I remember right. First auto. That is C.J. Bailey. C.J. Bailey. What's up, Jose? It's going well, my friend. How about yourself? C.J. Bailey on the purple. That is 4 out of 7. Nice, Rocket. Nice. Okay, cool, Rob. Cool. Things and stuff, you said. Hi to you too, buddy. Go Seahawks. Cam Williams is next up. That's 1 out of 4. Cam Williams, 1 out of 4. That was a Notre Dame player right there. Cam Williams. All right. Next up, Gideon Davidson. Gideon Davidson. Gideon Davidson. That's a 1 of 1. Gideon Davidson, our first 1 of 1 auto. Well, his uniform looks like Notre Dame. Cam Williams. There you go, my friend. All right, next we got Ryan Rakowski. Ryan Rakowski. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. How about Omarion Hampton? He's having a pretty good start to his career with the Chargers. Inglorious Technicolor. Omarion Hampton. 1 out of 8. Jordan Davison. Jordan Davison. 2 out of 4. That's awesome, Jose. That is great, my friend. I'm glad you're doing well, buddy. Me too. Last card, box 2. That is Gunnar Stockton, Inglorious Technicolor. Woo! Gunnar Stockton. Yeah, I pulled a Stone Cold Auto the other night. Then Gunnar Stockton is 2 out of 8. Pulled a Stone Cold Auto out of Topps Finest. Box number 3. He was drafted by the Eagles? Okay. Yep. It was the last auto of the break the other night. The last auto of the break, and it was Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was pretty sick. All right, our 2 base cards. Jack Endries. 101. How about an LT? LT Lawrence Taylor on the memories. Base card 1/1. Nice hit for the Lawrence Taylor spot. First auto. How about Brady Quinn? Brady Quinn. 9/10. DJ Lagway, you got it, things. Let's try. He likes to show up in my breaks. How about Omarion Miller? Omarion Miller. 1/5. Brady Cook. Brady Cook this time. 3/7. Come here. DJ Bordeaux. Bursting with talent. DJ Bordeaux. 5/10. Who was right before Cook? Omarion Miller, I believe, is who was right before Cook. Aaron Gregory. Aaron Gregory. 3/7. Glorious Technicolor. That is Cam Coleman. Cam Coleman. And that is 1/10. 1/10 on the Cam Coleman. Come on, Will Howard. Please and thank you. Last card of box 3. It is a memories. Memories. Let's get a nice veteran here. How about a Hall of Famer like Dan Marino? How about Steve Young? Steve Young on the black auto, 1/1. Steve Young, 1/1. Well, look at that. That's a hell of a wall right there. That's a hell of a wall. Marino and Young, 2 awesome quarterbacks. Hall of Famers. Can I get a hell yeah? All right, our first base card. Bursting with talent, Caleb Jackson. That's right, Jose. Caleb Jackson, 1/1. And how about Tyron Tracy Jr.? 1/1. How about a Dylan Gabriel autograph? Dylan Gabriel, starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, autograph. 3/7. Tyler Cherry. Tyler Cherry. 8 out of 10. Mark Gronkowski. Gronowski. Not Gronkowski. That's Gronowski. Mark Gronowski. 2 out of 4. Quintravion Wisner. 1 out of 4. Tristan Keys is bursting with talent. Tristan Keys. 9 out of 10. That's a hell of a name, yes. Roman Wilson. Young talent for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Roman Wilson. Congratulations to the Roman Wilson spot. 2 out of 4. And our last card of box 4. Woo! Doggy. The only part of the Las Vegas Raiders that is any good. Ashton Jeanty. 6 out of 6. 6 out of 6. Nice hit. Nice hit for the Jeanty spot. Box number 5. Oh, well, you know, when you have a quarterback that can't get Bowers the ball, I mean, it kind of sucks. I mean, the guy's got more interceptions than he's got receptions in the year. We got our first randomizer coming up at the end of this stack. Our first auto and our first randomizer, it's going to be a triple auto. Michael Pine, base card. Michael Pine, 1 of 1. All right, Adam, you got to ask the card gods, my friend. Put the names into the chat so that way the card gods know who you're looking for. Camario Taylor. Put a couple of them out there at least. Can you have the triple? If you're part of it, 1 of 1 on the Camario Taylor. All right, first auto, box 5. Jacoby George. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. I got you, DJ Lagway, Mr. Man. CJ Daniels. Doesn't work, you said. Will Howard. Guys, we still got 7.5 boxes. 1 out of 6. Oh, this one's really cool. Eli Holstein in glorious Technicolor. Eli Holstein, 2 out of 8. You've given it energy from the universe? Okay. Donovan Green. 1 out of 4. Ryder Lyons, Jared Curtis, Riley Leonard, Peter Bork. Wonderful Mons. Okay. Names I can look for. Tyree Walker. Indubitably. Tyree Walker is 1 out of 2. 1 out of 2 for Tyree. John Mateer on the Bursting with Talent. John Mateer. 1 of 1 John Mateer. And our triple auto. This is going to be randomed after the break between Tyler Shaw, Dylan Gabriel, and Kyle McCord. Triple exposure. See, what's up with that? Things you said, Tyler Shaw. There he is in the randomizer. You said you wanted the you wanted the triple. You have a chance. So you say there's a chance. Yep, I'm telling you there's a chance. How about Ben Gula? Ben Gula. What a name. (101) Ben Gula. And how about a 101 Israel Abrams on the Domination 2030? 101. Don't laugh at Ben Gula's name. Derek Baker on the Neon. That's a cool acetate card. I like that one. That is 6 out of 6. That's a thick acetate card. Look at that. It's more like plexiglass. Derek Baker. 6 out of 6. Israel Abrams. Israel Abrams. 3 out of 6. Ryder Lyons. Mr. Adam Gleam. Ryder Lyons. For you, my friend. Ryder Lyons. 1 out of 6. See? The card gods listen, guys, sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Caleb Jackson is bursting with talent. Caleb Jackson. I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson. 3 out of 7. Derek Meadows. Derek Meadows, 3 out of 4. See, I told you, you got to tell the card gods who you want, Adam. Ollie Gordon. We have a double auto up after Peyton Houston. Peyton Houston. Two out of 2 on the Peyton Houston. Double auto. Double auto of Fernando Mendoza and Elijah Surratt. Colorful combos. Fernando Mendoza and Elijah Surratt. And that is 4 out of 7 on the double. And this is box number 7. Box number 7. Okay, Rob. You have Mendoza, Scooby-Doo? How does it work? Well, after the break, I'm gonna put the 2 names in the randomizer, and whatever the number is of the dice we roll, then we're gonna randomize it that many times, and whoever's name is in the first slot will get the card. So you have a 50-50 chance of getting that card. All right, here we go. Mr. George McIntyre. George McIntyre. That's a 101. Because all base cards are 101s. In case you just got here. And that's Brady Smeagol. Brady Smeagol. Didn't somebody say they wanted Brady Smeagol? Could have sworn somebody said Brady Smeagol. 101. Sawyer Robertson. Sawyer Robertson. That is 2 out of 4 on the Sawyer Robertson, excuse me. Caden Dixon Wyatt. Caden Dixon Wyatt. It looks like it could be to 4. It is 1 out of 4. I've done way too much Leaf product. Smeagol, no, looks like nasty. Stop thing. How about this name? I love this name. Helaman Kasuga. Helaman Kasuga. Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. 3 out of 8. Kasuga. All I think of every time I see that name is cars. Kachuga. Alright, next up, we have Diabell. Diabell on the Domination 2030. Domination 2030, 3 out of 4. Diabell. Woo, Inglorious Technicolor. That is Lamar Bo Jackson. Lamar Bo Jackson, 4 out of 7. Two cards to go in this box. On the neon, Lenoris Sellers. Lenoris Sellers. And that one is 6 out of 6. 6 out of 6. And it looks like we have another triple. Another triple random. Triple exposure. It is. How about Will Howard? I know somebody said Will Howard. Somebody asked for Will Howard. Riley Leonard and Tommy Mellott. Will Howard, Riley Leonard, and Tommy Mellott on the triple auto. 8 out of 8. Somebody said both 2 of those names. Will Howard, Riley Leonard, Tommy Mellott. We'll do at random at the end. Box number, what is this, 8? 9, 10, 11, 12. This is box 8. Woo! I'll see what I can do thing. I mean, it's hard to ship those things, but I'll see what I can do for you. Diary Hill. Diary Hill, 101. And Cam Coleman, Bursting with Talent. And that is a 1 of 1 gold vinyl. You see the gold vinyl, guys? 1 of 1 gold vinyl. Nice. Alright, here we go. Antoine Hill Jr. Antoine Hill Jr. is Bursting with Talent. 8 out of 8. Jared Curtis for Adam. He put it out there into the atmosphere, and the card god said, sure, let's give him a Jared Curtis auto. 8 out of 8. Why not? Exactly. Noah Fafetta. I love Noah Fafetta. University of Arizona. That's where I live. Neon of Deuce Knight. Deuce Knight. What a great name. 4 out of 5 on the Deuce Knight. And he wears number 2. Here comes 6 Will Howards. Wonderful Champ Mons. Wonderful Champ Mons for Adam again. Adam. They're going to think that me and you are like best buddies. Wonderful Champ Mons. 1 of 1 for Adam. Oscar Rios on the Pure Imagination. That's a cool looking card. That is a really cool looking card. Shenanigans. You calling shenanigans things? That's a 1 out of 7 on the Pure Imagination Oscar Rios. Seth, dang, he summoned the card gods heavy. Yes, he did. He sure did, Seth. Jabari Brady. Jabari Brady. 3 out of 8. And our last card of box 8. Last card of box 8 is sick looking. That is one really nice cracked ice. Hey-oh! Somebody said they wanted DJ Lagway. Bursting with talent. Somebody was telling the card gods, I want a DJ Lagway. 3 out of 6. 3 out of 6. That is a beautiful card too. I love the look. I love the color match. How about a Jamari Chasey? Seth, you're so funny, bud. I like you, man. You're the best. Alright, guys. Box number 9. We still got 4 boxes, which means we still have 28 autos. We still have 28 autos to go. Come on. It's the card dance you did? Okay. I didn't see the card dance. I think I saw a basketball card at the bottom of this stack. What? You guys do know that Leaf is about to release their first basketball product in a very long time. And that's why they've sprinkled in basketball cards in these sets. So that's why you see basketball players. Brady Quinn on the 1 of 1 base card. I cannot wait for Leaf basketball. It's going to be so much fun. And how about this guy from Arizona State University? Right down the street from my house, Sam Leavitt. One of 1, Sam Leavitt. The Cardboard Boogie. Wondering if he's the son of the great Brady Quinn. You know what? I'm not sure. He does kind of look like Brady Quinn. Especially with his hand above his face. Because Brady Quinn didn't want to be seen either because he was just that bad. Anyways. Oh, that's nice. How about Kyren Williams on the neon? The Rams running back and star. 7 out of 7. Faison Brandon. Faison Brandon. Things. You have Will Howard, right? That's 2 out of 3. George McIntyre. How about Georgie over here? George McIntyre. Oh, no, not Howard. Who has Howard? Is that Rob? Rob, you got Howard? Guess who has Riley Leonard? Adam over here has Riley Leonard in YouTube land. 3 out of 6. You're going going against the guy who has been like the card god. Brady Smeagol. So that means you probably won't win, and neither will he. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea. 3 out of 8 on the Brady Smeagol. Man, it's going to be fun. I love randomizers. Salisi Moa. Salisi Moa. 6 out of 7. You're going to need an Isaac Tesla now? Yeah, he could let you have one, Rob, I think. 6 out of 7. But there's a third person on there. So to make it fair, we got memories of Lewis Lips. Lewis Lips. 2 out of 5. And our last card of box 9. That's pretty, and it's sideways. Larry Legend. Larry Bird on the Vivid Sports Legend 1 of 1. Hello. Wow, that's really cool. Let's see if I can make this happen. Let's see if I can make this happen. Probably not. Holy cow, yeah, but it blocks the, you know what? Let's go ahead and leave these 2 up there. You know what? Nope, 2 1-of-1s. There we go. Dan Marino was to 5. Yeah, I was going to say we could do that. Yeah, we probably could do that. We could do this. Spread them apart like that a little bit and then do that. There we go. There we go. That's 3 really big hits there. That's really nice. eBay can't see. There we go. Because I got it zoomed in for eBay. So there we go. Marino, Young, Larry Legend. 3 boxes left. Here we go. Bo Collins. Bo Collins on the 101 base. That's a Notre Dame uniform. Lamar Bo Jackson. Luke Nickel. Luke Nickel. You rub two nickels together, you got a dime. And that's what he throws, dimes. 6 out of 6 to his wide receivers. Okay, guys. I'm old and I'm a dad. That was a dad joke. That was really bad. All right, here we go. That is Bursting with Talent, Byram Brown. Byram Brown. 1 out of 4. Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza. 1 of 1, Fernando Mendoza. 1 of 1. Thanks there, Rob. Thanks. Can you say something, Scooby? Derek Zammit. Derek Zammit. When he gets mad, he says his own name. Zammit. 2 out of 7. God, the jokes are getting bad, you guys. Tyree Hill. Or is that Dyer Hill? Tyree Hill? Dier? How about Diarrhea Hill? Diarrhea Hill. D-Air Hill. Has a ring to it, yes. Gosh, damn it, yes. Don't want to go there, yes. Diarrhea. 1 out of 10. I was thinking the same thing. I was trying to be PC, but it's late enough and the kids don't care. Caden Durham. Caden Durham. 6 out of 7. And the last auto out of this box, number 10. How about Cade Klubnik? I don't know. The TV announcers say it different every freaking time. Cade Klubnik or Klubnik. And that is 1 out of 3. Yeah, exactly, Rocket. 1 out of 3. On the team that was supposed to be really good and is really shitty. I mean, bad. Really, really not good. Oh, is that you things? Cade Klubnik? Cade Klubnik, they're really poopy. Most indubitably nice. Nice. How about Bryce Underwood? Bryce Underwood on the base. Domination 2030. Bryce Underwood, 1 of 1. He's okay at Michigan. He's an okay quarterback. He'll get better. How about this one? Andre Bad Moon Rising on the neon. Andre Bad Moon Rising. And that is a 1 of 1 of the Bad Moon. 1 of 1 Bad Moon. Malachi Lemon. 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Malachi Lemon. On the neon auto for Seth. It's the freak who's out for a year. Tyreek Hill. Tyreek the Freak Hill. On the neon. That's a sick freaking card right there. 6 out of 8. Keegan Croucher. I don't like Cheetah. I don't like that nickname. I think that's... Keegan Croucher. 1 out of 10. Hey, he numbered the card. Number 10. He knew it was the 10. I've never been a fan of the Cheetah as his nickname. I like the Freak. Daniel Melky. Daniel Mielke or Melky. 2 out of 4. Seth must have left before I hit the card for him. That's true. That is true. Jack Endries. Jack Endries. 4 out of 6. How about the up-and-coming guy for the New York Football Giants, Cameron Scatabo? That's a sick hit right there. 5 out of 10. His autos are like on fire right now. And on the gold vinyl 1 of 1. Gold vinyl 1 of 1. It is a 1 of 1 colorful combos of Lenoris Sellers and Nick Harbor. Lenoris Sellers and Nick Harbor. One of 1. We've got 4 randoms and 1 box left. We will do the randoms right after this box, which means if we got 1 box left, we have 7 autos left. 7 autos left, you guys. Here we go. Seth must have had to go back to work and had to stop watching. He missed his Tyreek kill. I believe we're running this same break back, I believe, on Thursday. Yeah, we're running this same break again on Thursday, guys. So, good luck on the last box. And we have a triple auto, so we will have 5 randoms at the end. 5 randoms. So it'll take me a couple minutes to set them up after this box, and then we'll go from there. That is Juju Lewis on the 1 of 1 base card. 1 of 1 Juju Lewis. Elijah Brown, bursting with talent, 101. First of the last box's autos is Jerome Miles. Jerome Miles. 3 out of 3. Trace a Trace. How do you like your Pringles, Gerald? Or Gerard? Gerard Pringle. Gerard, I like Pringle. This is a 4 out of 5. 5 to go. That is pure imagination. This card is sick. This card is really sick. Micah Hudson. Micah Hudson. Micah like a high, Micah hiney ho. Yes, that is true. That is 10 out of 10 on the Micah Hudson. last 4. Ethan Gruckenmeyer. Ethan Gruckenmeyer. Thank you. I appreciate that. 3 out of 4. Jabari Brady. Jabari Brady. And no, it's not Tom Brady's son. 1 out of 7. I was waiting for somebody to ask. It is not. 2 to go. How about an autograph of Sam Levitt? Or Sam Leavitt? Or Samuel L. Jackson? 6 out of 8. Sam Leavitt. Six out of 8. And our last card is another triple. It is triple exposure of Ryder Lions, Ride or Die, Brady Smeagol, and Oscar Rios. Oscar Rios, Brady Smeagol, Ryder Lions. These are our 5 randoms. Give me a couple of minutes to get them set up. You guys are going to get to see the back of my hands really close. Okay. I do not personally know. If we do that kind of stuff, it'll mainly be at our main office. And usually Breaks and Takes One does those kind of breaks. I do the smaller end stuff and the leaf and stuff like that. Alright, those are set up. Get this out of our way. Okay. All right, let me turn on the randomizer. All right, eBay, you're coming with me. You get to see what eBay gets to see, for a second at least. here we go. eBay. I'm going to zoom you in. YouTube, you should now be on the screen. There we go. Rolling the dice, 5 or higher. We got an 8. We're going 8 times on the randoms. First one is going to be Fernando Mendoza and Elijah Surratt. That is going to go 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 times. 8 times on the random. That is going to the Surratt spot. Next up, 8 times. That is going to be Lenoris Sellers or Nick Harbor. Lenoris Sellers or Nick Harbor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 times. That is going to Nick Harbor. Nick Harbor on the spot. I did do 8 times here, yes, okay. For some reason I had a brain fart, thought I only did 6 times. Alright, next one up. That is going to be Ryder Lyons, Brady Smeagol, and Mr. Oscar Rios. Here we go, 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our last time, 8 times. That's going to Ryder Lyons. Ryder Lyons. Next one up, Will Howard, Riley Leonard, Tommy Millott. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our last time, 8th time. That is going to the Riley Leonard spot. Riley Leonard. Which I believe is Adam again. This is the Tyler Show. Dylan Gabriel and Kyle McCord. 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last time, 8. That is going to the Dylan Gabriel spot. Alright. eBay, going back over here. YouTube, let me get you back on your screen. There we go. Let's go ahead and recap the randomizers. Fernando Mendoza and Elijah Surratt went to the Elijah Surratt spot. Lenoris Sellers and Nick Harbor went to Nick Harbor. Ryder Lyons, Brady Smeagol, and Oscar Rios went to Ryder Lyons. Will Howard, Riley Leonard, Tommy Millott went to Riley Leonard. Tyler Show, Dylan Gabriel, and Kyle McCord went to the Dylan Gabriel spot. Yeah, Scooby-Doo, where are you? When I get there on the recap, I'll hold it there for you, Scooby-Doo, okay? I'll hold it for you. So you can take, okay. I'll hold it close for you so that way you can take a screenshot. That went to the Nick Harbor spot, yeah. Alright, here we go. These are the 10. We got Micah Hudson, Cam Scatavos, Keegan Croucher, Diary Hill, Tristan Keys, Tyler Cherry, Cam Coleman, DJ Bordeaux, Brady Quinn, Ryan Rakowski, and Mason Holtzclaw. 2 8. 2 8. Sam Leavitt, Tyreek Hill, Brady Smeagol. Sorry, Robert. Jabari Brady, Jared Curtis, Antoine Hill Jr., Helaman Kasuga, Eli Holstein, Gunnar Stockton. That is Omari Hampton, Elijah Haven, Malachi Ziegler, and Calvin Russell. To 7, Jabari Brady, Caden Durham, Derek Zamet, Salisi Moa, Kyron Williams, Oscar Rios, Lamar Bo Jackson. We got Caleb Jackson, Dylan Gabriel, Aaron Gregory, Brady Cook, CJ Bailey, and Darian Williams. To 6, Jack Endries, Luke Nickel, George McIntyre, DJ Lagway, Lenora Sellers, Ryder Lyons, Israel Abrams, Derek Baker, CJ Daniels, and Ashton Ginty. To 5, Gerald Pringle, Malachi Lemon. That is Lewis Lips, Deuce Knight, and Omarion Miller. To 4, Ethan Bruckenmeyer, Daniel Melky, Byron Brown, Diabell, Caden Dixon Wyatt, Sawyer Robertson, Derek Meadows, Donovan Green. Sorry, Robert. Roman Wilson, Quintravion Wisner, Mark Gronowski, Jordan Davison, and Cam Williams. These are to 3. Jerome Miles, Cade Klubnik, Faison Brandon, Jacoby George. To 2, Peyton Houston, Tyree Walker, Jabari Mack. Our 1-of-1 base cards: Elijah Brown, Juju Lewis, Andre Rison, Bryce Underwood. You too, buddy. Lamar Bo Jackson, Bo Collins, Brady Quinn, Sam Leavitt, Cam Coleman, Diary Hill, Brady Smeagol, George McIntyre. We got Israel Abrams, Ben Gula, Camario Taylor, Michael Pine, Tyron Tracy, Caleb Jackson, LT, Lawrence Taylor, Jack Endries, Quentin Gibson, Tyreek Hill, Dylan Gabriel, and Austin Simmons. Our randomizer winners again: Tyler Show, Dylan Gabriel, Kyle McCord went to Dylan Gabriel. This is Will Howard, Riley Leonard, Tommy Malott went to Riley Leonard. Ryder Lyons, Brady Smeagol, and Oscar Rios went to the Ryder Lions. We have Lenora Sellers and Nick Harbor going to Nick Harbor. And Fernando Mendoza and Elijah Surratt going to the Elijah Surratt spot. Our 1-of-1s. Here we go for you, Scooby-Doo. We have Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza, 1-of-1. I'm going to hold that there for a minute there so that way my friend Scooby-Doo can take a picture. Scooby-Doo, you got your picture, buddy? Oh, the back also? Yes, of course. There you go, my friend. 1-of-1, Fernando Mendoza. You got it, my friend. All right, we got Wonderful Champ Mons, John Mateer, and Gideon Davidson, all 1-of-1s. We also had, and I'm doing it in this order because of how they're numbered. Dan Marino, I believe, was to 4 on the thermodynamic. He is numbered 1/5. 1/5 on the Dan Marino. We have a 1-of-1 Steve Young. 1-of-1 Memories Black of Steve Young, 1-of-1. There it is. And then the legend for the Boston Celtics, Larry Legend, 1-of-1 on our only basketball hit of the break. One of one Larry legend, Larry Bird. There's your break, my friends. I know if you didn't hit, I'm so sorry. I will send you a nice little skunk pack in the mail. You guys have yourself a great night. I hope to see you next time. We're running this again on Thursday night. Get a chance to hit something else. 18 hits out of 26 spots. Nice, Fist. Nice. Man, you're going to make me ship all those cards? Damn you. No, I'm kidding. You got it, buddy. Have yourself a great night, you guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.